with Steve Novak and the Rockets, former Golden Eagles great. You had so many terrific moments at Marquette, whether it was the Final Four or the shot against Notre Dame.
Looking for someone to get it to, gets it to Novak. Novak throws one up for three.
The game against Connecticut.
Lane for Marquette. Here's Novak with the coming down to 2 minutes left and a half. And the senior Novak on the steal and the basket. Farrell taking the inbounds pass. And here's Novak. Count it!
What stands out for you the most?
Oh boy, my time at Marquette was definitely the best time of my life. You know, I mean, I'm out of college now, obviously, and you know, those are the days I look back to and go, what I would do to go back and play at Marquette again, what I would, you know, do to be a college student again. Those times were awesome, and obviously, you know, packing this place with the gold and having the fan section grow so much over the years, and you know, having so many big games out here was unbelievable. I mean, going to the Final Four my first year was so memorable, and like you said, the Connecticut game and the Notre Dame game definitely stick out in my head.
When did Coach Crean first contact you about maybe playing at Marquette?
You know, I think as soon as he got the job almost. I think as soon as it was legal for him to contact me, he was the first coach who did. And, you know, that's the kind of coach he was. You know, he was, you know, right after me right from the start. Right at the start, he started recruiting me. And, you know, that stuck out in my head, you know, throughout the recruiting process was that, you know, he said, you know, we really want to keep you at home. We want you to play at Marquette. And, you know, he was like, I was the first one on you, and there's a reason. So, you know, I believed in him, and everything he said really, you know, ended up being very true.
How did he make you a better player?
You know, Coach Crean is, if I had to do it all over again, I'd say there's no doubt in my mind I would go to Marquette, I would play for Coach Crean again. I don't think there's another coach in the country that, you know, really pushes his players as hard as Coach does. And I think if you have a player-coach relationship where you say, you know, I want to get to this point, and he says, well, I promise I'll push you to that point, then you're able to have a very good player-coach relationship, and I think that's really what we had.
Final question for you, for kids watching this show that might be in elementary school or in high school, what advice would you give them as far as making it to the NBA like you have?
Oh my gosh, it's so much work. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, it was hours and hours after school when I was in 7th grade, when I was in 8th grade. It was a vision and a dream I had from when I was very young. So, you know, if it's something you love to do, if playing basketball is what you want to do for the rest of your life, then, you know, it takes a lot of time and work, but you know, that's one thing you can't ever forget, that it doesn't happen without a lot of hard work, and I'm just very blessed as well to be able to be as tall as I am and those kinds of things, able to, you know, have parents that were tall before me. Those are things you can't even teach, so I've been very blessed.
Any special message for Coach?
Boy, oh boy, I saw him beat up on those Cincy boys today, and that's always good. It's always good to get a 15-point win on the road, and Guzman Barrow stepped up and played good, and you know, Coach Crean is doing a great job, and I look forward to seeing them do some damage in the tournament.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.